more solid to it.
You got to start. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Paradash.
double honor unto our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who still well. Peace and blessed House of David the elect, man. Beginning with the 144,000. All right. As well as, other hopeful elect, certain friends of the prophets helps, those of you out there that support this ministry, certain secret disciples, whoever you may be out there, the Lord sees, your good works. He sees that you follow this truth, even when it's unpopular. All right. And we're approaching the time it's going to be very unpopular. We're approaching the final exam. Just something spirit, spirit that, Spirit gave this topic, to two of the elder brothers, and pretty much we're all going to be affected. Think about it. You Israelite camps out there, primarily your leadership. You pretty much want to, demonize us for speaking about the Charagma. You know what I'm saying? Because you want Israel to be out here living their best lives. But the thing about it, when we speak about this, we know that we're going to be affected. We're not just talking about something that's going to affect you. Prophecy is going to affect everyone. Even our personal situations, man. The Heavenly Father is not a respecter of persons. This is going to show who are His true worshipers, man.
This Acts 14:22, confirming the souls of the disciples.
Confirming meaning to make steadfast. Like King David said in the Psalms, my heart is fixed. So, when it comes to the doctrine of Yahushua, our minds should be made up, man. Hey, the brother was quoting, Jake using the London accent earlier, like the Akim and GMS London. Some they'll say, man, it is what it is and it is what it ain't. The Heavenly Father is yeah or nay. So, with the doctrine of Yahushua, you're supposed to be rooted. Be rooted in the faith,
Come. Going back into it, Acts 14:22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
Can you get the word tribulation?
Okay. So this that word tribulation in the blue letter. In the Greek.
G2347. Thlipsis.
Thlipsis. It says a pressing together, pressure, metaphorically, oppression, affliction, distress, or straits.
Yeah, to quote the elder brother Michael Olive, Deacon Michael Olive from GMS Dallas, he speaks about how we're approaching a time of uncertainty. Even then, you got people stressing out because they're losing their jobs or they don't have enough to afford daily necessities. This is the beginning of the pressure. But how much more so when they remove everything, bro? Prepare to lose it all. That's a quote you got to lose it all to gain it all, man. This is what we've been called into. Read it again one more time.
I got you, bro.
And you can break it down.
Go. This Act 14:22 said, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith.
Yeah, exhorting it's like pep talk. Think about coach. They giving you that the right words. That locker room talk, so you can go out and win, man. So that's what Yahushua is doing with us. His men. Your soldiers are Yahushua. So this is a part of the mission. We're here really on a mission, man. This is a mission / business trip. And the Heavenly Father brought us to the Americas, primarily Babylon the Great. We woke up to this truth at your appointed time for this business trip, man, to the kingdom. You got it.
Can I say this?
Yep.
So that's when you come to truth, you gotta count the costs. Cause you're gonna lose some, you're gonna win. So that's not about being the truth, but you're gonna lose more than you win.
That's right, bro.
Same time though, Lord gonna give you 100 times more.
And we can get that too.
That's what I'm saying. So, but you're gonna lose more being the truth because you've been hated. You sacrifice a lot of stuff for the Lord though. Guess what? Lord he gonna give you 10 times better stuff, 20 times, whatever. Same. It's 100-fold. So, but it's okay to be not the hottest motherfucker in the world, not the big this and that though. But at the end of the day, Lord gonna bless you. So that's the thing that people understand about coming to truth. Think about it. It's not true. You gotta think about it. You're gonna lose, but think about what you're gonna get on the back end. It's all about the back end though. The back end is gonna get you what you want though. But you go ahead, bro.
Can I back you up? Can I back up? Hey, give Revelation 3 and 10.
I got that word for you too.
Revelation, hey, it's gonna support what you said.
Yeah.
You're right, you're gonna lose, but you have to pass the final exams in order to receive what's on the back end.
Yeah.
If you can get Revelation 3 and 10, I'm gonna pin it.
That's the spirit that I had earlier in 3. If you got started verse 8 and skip that.
No, I want 10. No, I just
Hey, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 3. I'm gonna start at verse 8 in NLT, then we'll skip down to verse 10. It says, I know all things you do, and I have opened a door for you that no one can close. You have little strength.
And I say this, so just to make a point, we have access to Yahweh Shai.
Mm-hmm.
Out of all the people that's on this earth,
Mm-hmm.
we have access to Yahweh Shai, who under the Heavenly Father, he's the most powerful being in the universe, man.
That's the reason why I said I have opened that door.
Yeah,
He's the key.
yeah.
Because that strength is talking about what? Your mental strength, which you received in the spirit.
Yeah.
Back when you was born.
And no one can close. So it's like when you come in this truth, it's because the Lord had opened you up. And men who fall out, only the Lord closed their door to their opening of being in that truth.
That's right.
It
Because,
shut them out.
and to back you up, that's why Yahushua stated that basically no man is able to pluck them out of my hand.
Right.
Because Yahweh gave him the keys.
That's right.
When you go into that term pluck goes into to seize or carry away. And ultimately it goes into Satan take you out the truth. And hand goes into controlling the destinies of men.
Right.
You know what I'm
And see,
saying?
he'll open you up on the right hand where you would be in his truth. But if you know what I'm saying, if you're not chosen or of his perfection of who you want to be of his link, he'll close that door of truth and open you up to a door of deceit by way of allowing Satan to have his way.
That's right.
That's why Yahweh Shai has to be feared.
That's right.
Right.
All right, back in the scriptures, Revelation 3 and 8. I know all things you do, and I have opened a door for you that no one can close.
Yeah, he opened up your understanding, man.
Mm-hmm.
So we know what time we in. We know what the Heavenly Father's getting ready to do, by way of Yahweh Shai. We know that the Charagma is the MOTB,
Which is the final exam.
which is the final exam. You got it.
You have little strength, yet you obey my word and did not deny me. And going to the priest, elder ones, go to verse 10 to follow up with it. Because you have obeyed my command to preserve, I will protect you from the great time of testing that will come upon the whole world.
And we gotta say something too. It's not to say that you're not about to live through it. Because a lot of you Christians, especially black Christians, you'll read this to say that you're gonna be raptured, before that time.
Right.
No, you gotta live through it. You gotta go through it. As was they once say, you gotta go through it to get to it. Because that shows the power of the Lord when He saves you during that time, not saving you before that time.
Right.
He doesn't get the glory that way, man.
Right. And how you gonna be found worthy if you don't go through something? How you gonna be trusted if you're not gonna withstand the test of time? Meaning withstand the test of Yahweh Shem Yahushua to prove that you are worthy of being of his chosen. All right, back in verse 10, I will protect you from the great time of testing that will come upon the whole world to test those who belong to this world.
I jump back to the KJV version. If you want to add something to it?
No.
All right, go back to the KJV.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 10 in the KJV. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
That's that little strength. That's the little strength. Go ahead.
I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation.
And Yahushua gave us the study guide to pass this final exam.
Yeah.
We have the study guide. We know what to mark. We know what not to mark. Right? Go ahead.
Which shall come upon all the world
Mm-hmm.
to try them that dwell upon the earth.
And what's going to be tried is your faith and your fear in Yahweh Hashem Shah. Continue.
Right. Verse 11. Behold, I will come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown.
Right. And when you go into that term, your crown is going into eternal blessings. So like Captain Natazwan is basically saying, you know, hey, you can't worry about the back end. You know, because right now it's all about the here and now. We supposed to lose everything on this side because we have so much more in the kingdom. But the reason why I wanted these precepts out, because when you go into final exam, final goes into like last. Right? Final goes into last, and exam goes into testing of knowledge. So this is the last encounter of what our knowledge is going to be tested with.
Yeah.
Is by passing the exam.
And before all that, what they give you like pop quizzes, where you supposed to be paying attention, which is taking heed, taking notes, you know, preparing yourself for the unexpected. Because you might be taking notes, you know what I'm saying, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But hell, Thursday evening, you might get a pop quiz. Okay, let's see what y'all learn. You know, so it's all about constantly being in the spirit, man. Just like you would be in the world, just paying attention to what's going on, so you'll be prepared for whatever's to come.
I got the definition for you.
Brother, and a bun, I would say, stay ready.
So you don't have to
Well,
get
what you saying, brother? Stay ready.
So you have to get
So
ready.
you gotta get ready.
You know what I'm saying? So they all, that's why they like you saying though.
That's it.
You got stay in the spirit. Go ahead.
Real quick, I just got that definition for final. Going one into it. It says final refers to the last, concluding, or ultimate stage of a series, process, or in sports, a deciding match. It signifies something conclusive, unchangeable, or absolute.
That's the Quran, the time frame of the Quran, because exam goes into to test the knowledge, meaning what our faith in Yahweh Hashem Al Shah. So this is the last event that where our trial is going to be tested. And like Elder Bond said on the highways this past Friday, you only get 60 minutes to take. You only get 60 minutes
That's
to
it.
take that final examination, bro. It all makes sense.
And then when you go into it, educational, it says educational wise, it says a final, a comprehensive examination. And when you go into legal, it says a final decree or judgment indicating no further appeal. And this is it. Because Esau, he's on trial, you know, and after this, Esau gets no further appeal. You know, this is going to be the last judgment on Esau, the heathens, because they'll never come into power again. Because they've been given a chance. They done pretty much their rulership with them pleading their case. So Esau's rulership is him pleading his case, and he's found unworthy. So this is going to be that final judgment. This is the last judgment that's going to remove Esau and these heathens from power forever and put us in power forever. That's the final decision, because ain't no more change in rulership after this.
That's right.
This is the most high final decision.
God said the scriptures go to the Lord got inquisition.
Yeah.
We saw here, you know, which goes to like an inquiry or investigation. But think about all these witnesses you got against Edom right now.
Yeah.
The southern kingdom, the northern kingdom, the nation of Israel, they're witness. You know, going to the, you know, these whistleblowers and truthers.
But what the law said about what
2
2
or
or
3
3
witnesses.
witnesses, you can be what? You can be put to death.
Hey, the brother had said it said absolute. And when you go into etymology, absolute goes into to set free, acquit, complete, bring to an end, make separate. You know, so it's gonna be order reestablished on the earth. It's gonna be separated. Esau will no longer be the power. Israel gonna be set in their righteous order. You know what I'm saying? As far as and to complete and bring to an end was what? His rulership. This rulership, the word, Job 9:24, the earth that was given to the hands of the wicked is going to be retracted. It's going to be taken away. And it's going to be given to Yahweh Shai. And the earth is going to be ruled in righteousness. You know?
And it's absolute that the, you know, that we will, Lord willing, with the hopeful elect pass our exam. It's absolute.
Yeah, because it's predestined.
Yeah.
You know, it's already written. We just have to live through it.
Shit word prophecy.
Yes,
It's it.
Yes,
You know how you go into what the elder brother Mike Allah said in Dallas? Like it's gonna be like great vibration and uncertainty out here. Just to back that up in Luke 21 and jump to 25. Yahushua gave us like the spiritual gameplay, what to be expected within these end times. It says right here that there should be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexities. And the word perplexity goes into like the inability to understand something that's very complicated.
Confused.
And you confused, you know. So a lot of people bamboozled right now because they can't spiritually pinpoint these signs of the times.
They don't got the study guide.
Exactly.
Yahushua didn't give them the study guide, so 2/3 on this side is not gonna pass the exam. The non-elect outside who will be taking the test as well, they're not going to pass the exam.
Because right now people can't even deal with reality. They can't even watch this like news because they say it's too negative.
Yeah.
So how much more when all hell really breaks loose?
You right, bro.
And the Lord tried to give people the study guide by way of the prophet. He stretched forth his hand to hand you that study guide sheet, but you ain't paying attention. You know, like scripture go like they sure their hands. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't want the study guide.
And we know where the testing center is gonna be at. We know what time is gonna be at. In the spirit, how do we know? Because of the prophecies.
Yeah.
You know, we're watching. So that's how we know what testing center to report to and what to study for on this study exam.
why it was a rehearse the righteous acts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because just like now, you see these military drills that they're doing, where they're rehearsing real time what they finna be ready to do. So they constantly having these drills, and it's a spirit that Russia, China, Iran, they just did their 7th joint military drill, which goes into completion. You know, which put them right there beside American Navy. So just as everybody rehearsing their role, scoffers, they rehearsing their part. The military is rehearsing their part, the prophets rehearsing their part, the church rehearsing their part. So everybody rehearsing, because when the Most High unleash it, that's gonna be live. Everything gonna be live then. Now your decision gonna get you killed. Right now your decision get you rebuked. You know, you might get a counsel, you might get a phone call. But now your decision, you out of there. Ain't no starting game over, ain't no more men. You know, it's over. You know, you got it, bro.
On there, bro.
Yeah, a lot of this.
This is name backing up your point. This is Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
Yeah, case in point, you go back to the time of our forefathers. But if you read the book of Daniel, when all the kingdoms at that time were called to worship the idol in Babylon, that King Nebuchadnezzar had set up. You know, we had an example in our forefathers, such as Azariah, Mishael, and Hananiah. They didn't bow to that golden image that Nebuchadnezzar set up. You know, in today's time, that golden image is like unto the Quran. Mm-hmm. That's the new age idolatry, man. Mm-hmm. You know, because now they want to put the idol in you. Yeah. You know, so I mean, in dealing with the test, which is meditating on some, you know, as Elder Bayo was speaking, you know, in a sense, you could say this is open book, because we're watching the prophecy, like, is where, you know what I'm saying? It's like the Lord made it easy.
That's right.
You know,
Instead of Revelation filled chapter, the books are open.
Yeah.
You know, those
That's right.
Yeah. You know.
He said, "I'm gonna leave you comfortless." So he gave us the comfort.
It's comfort.
So this is an open book final exam test.
I got a quick.
These niggas still gonna fail.
Oh, I how you feel open book test. So he's a amen, dude.
Hey, this gonna get pretty much back to what the elder priest Yash was saying, man. You know how everybody, you know, rehearsing or going through their acts, man, or what they're supposed to do. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 33, NLT. We may throw the dice, but the Lord determines how they fall.
Oh, is because say KJV, the lot is cast to the lap, but the whole disposing thereof is of the Lord. So whatever's gonna happen, the decision was already made by Yahweh Shemel in the beginning. But some Elder Z said a while back, like, you know, tomorrow is already written out in the spirit world. But that's why it's scary. It's seriously scary, man. But as long as we, what Apostle Gabar say all the time, as long as we stay buried in the scriptures, you know, we okay.
But what makes sense though, Zaquan, how did John the Revelator, how was he able to see the destruction, you know, the microchip in Revelation 18 chapter, right? How was Daniel able to see Yahweh Shai going towards Yahweh if it hasn't been written already?
It was written already.
you know, and something that I've experienced and it's truth and I've learned. Like you said, on earth as it is in heaven, there's something about the kingdom being brought to this on earth. Like it's a reflection of it. The kingdom on earth is going to be a reflection of the spirit world. But also, the Most High already has our reality that we're about to experience is already been written in the spirit world. It's almost like it already exists in the spirit world and it hadn't manifested on the earth yet.
Yeah,
Like, you know?
No, I said just allowing back in the other volume when John saw the charisma of Revelation 13, like it was already like the Lord already had that set.
It's almost like it already happened in a parallel universe in the spirit world.
Like dealing with
Yeah.
Because you think about it, it's like being able to go from dimensions. You know what I'm saying? Like what Elder Barnes saying, he was in a different fucking dimension. So it had to happen.
It was like you was in another reality while it was happening, and it's like I was talking to another brother. He was like, it is happening. It didn't manifest here yet.
It's like the movie.
You know?
Brothers go into I was saying this is the Most High's movie. Well, the movie before it actually hit the theaters, it's written. So in order for it to be written, the person plays the particular scripts and people through their minds of how it's gonna play out. So it's already there. So once you figure that out and get your whole platform up, you get your cash,
you know,
and you put your people in.
Just to back you, because the Most High give us what? These visions, they're like trailers to this movie.
That's it.
You know?
And it's like the reality is now catching up with the spirit realm.
Yeah.
You know, because you know how because you know how we can be screaming a fight, but the actual fight might be 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So now reality is catching up with the spiritual realm now.
Because if I'm not mistaken, isn't there a movie premiere? So like the actors who played in the movie, they get the premiere. And then the rest of the world sees it. Right. So the Most High showed the prophets the premiere. Then the rest of the world will experience it.
Like you said, he dealing with Masha, you know, Moses, when he was instructed how to build a tabernacle, he had to follow an exact blueprint verbatim. Because the Heavenly Father is real precise. He had to follow exactly according to the pattern of what showed him in the mount, which Apostle Tahar, he said in the spirit, like that would have to be, you know, a chariot, you know. But you know, the priesthood like we have that we're especially like we coming into now, you know, it's really established in the heavens already, you know, by the order of Melchizedek, you know. But hey, you know, our kingdom is coming, man. You know what I'm saying? So what you see happening on earth in our reality is really already mirrored to what the Heavenly Father already had established, man.
Isaiah declared the end from the beginning.
I got a precept. This is Sirach 10:8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and rich got by deceit, can it be translated from one people to another?
So there's a translation. Go ahead, bro.
No, you got it.
No, the kingdom is there's a shift going on. You can feel it, man.
You can see it.
And you can feel it. You can see it. But no, what were you gonna say though, bro?
No, I'm best saying nothing, but y'all, you see this Esau shit is done. It's over. And they know it though. Look, and they know it in their spirit, like it's gone. It hurt. But you know, they're fighting. They're trying to fight, keep this bullshit up, but you can't. And so they got like what's the expiration that we talking about? Expiration date. It's over, and they feel it, and they're trying their best to keep it up. I'm gonna do this and pay something else. But one thing I heard about though, the abortion shit situation though, even my women are born their kids. They're trying to start abortion because they're not making babies. So they're trying to start the abortion. That's what it is. They're trying to start the abortion because they're not making kids. So that's what it is though. Same time that's a law doing, but they want the shit to continue. It's not gonna continue.
Yeah. So like, bro, can you call a scripture out in the chapter and verse again?
10 and 18.
It's Sirach 10:8. You want me to read it all?
No, you good, bro.
I got a precept for the brothers too. You talking about how everything here is already happened in the spirit realm. It's
Matthew 22, starting at verse 8. It says, "Then said he to his servants, the wedding is ready, but they which are bidden are not worthy." So I like the Quan was going into how everything that's in the spirit realm is already set. The earth is just catching up. So like when you have a wedding, before the actual wedding, with everything from the actual ceremony to the reception, all that's already prepared and is ready. The actual event just haven't taken place yet. And it's kind of, again, when brother was speaking on that point, verse 9, it says, "Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye find, be it to the marriage."
Can I say something too? Yeah. Also, this teaches us to have patience. Because when the Heavenly Father do his thing, man, that's what this great spirit was all about. Like you being built up in the spirit to withstand that time. For the Lord to have it written in Revelation 6, like toward the end, for the great day of the Lord's wrath has come, who shall be able to stand? That show you how bad it's about to be. Yeah. How drastic you don't see the change in the society, man.
Hey, and as the brother bring it down, before the wedding is getting prepared, set up. You know what I'm saying? But before that, you have the rehearsals. People, going, making sure they get everything straight. So when the wedding is actually presented and ready, there's no flaws. But that goes into the prophets, man, and the servants, y'all about to brother brought it out, I forget what it was, but rehearsing the righteous acts. Yeah. So that rehearsal, we're doing it, making sure that so when the ceremony is actually ready, that there's gonna be no flaws. We're gonna be just ready, man. We're gonna go through it with no kind of stumbles or nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be perfect.
And this is all rehearsal. Even us doing these, weekly and daily videos, sit downs, fellowship, your prayers, particular diets, fasting. That's all a part of that rehearsal, man.
And it says, verse 10, it says, "So those servants went into the highways and the byway to the house, like the servants went to the highways and gathered together, and all as many as they found, both bad and good, and the wedding was furnished with gifts." But that verse 9 where it says, "Go ye therefore to the highways and the byways, and as many as you find be to the marriage," brought me back into the mindset what you were saying earlier about exalting, because the Lord is urging us to take certain actions under and be in obedience. So I've looked that word up. I said exhort in the Bible. I just typed it into Google. It says in the Bible, exhort means to strongly urge and encourage someone to take action specifically towards spiritual growth.
Yeah, because like you said, it's a sense of urgency. Case in point, when Noah was, commanded by the Heavenly Father Yahweh to build an ark, and they even showed you in the clips that you watched the movie Noah. They got a lot of falsehoods in it, but like to take from what you got from the movie, if you saw it, pretty much you saw the flood before it happened. Like the Lord gave him a glimpse, the Lord showed him in the spirit that the Lord was gonna flood the earth. That's why he was so adamant on building the ark, man. So same thing with us when we open the oracle, when you open up the book, you saw it. We see it, man.
Hey, and that goes to the fear of the Lord of getting the wisdom. Because, like say, the Lord showed that this great flood was going to be happening. And he feared the Lord and believed so much that he was wise to follow instructions. So he could begin to build an ark. So it's wise to follow instructions. You know about me? I'm saying.
Hey, but you really think about it on like the flood when it happened. I mean, you see and think when it happened.
Because that was the first death.
Yeah.
And
That's tough.
It's paramount the right word, but 2 Peter 3, it goes into like that first death. And what Captain Tasman was saying, Elder Tasman was saying, can you imagine the fucking the flood?
Boom.
Because it was so grand that it split the earth into 7 continents. You see?
Damn.
All right, go ahead, bro.
It's glad y'all look. This is Hebrews 11:7. By faith, Noah, being warned of the Most High, a vision, right? Things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he could condemn the world and became heir of righteousness, which is by faith.
And it shows you house is not talking about the building. This is progeny, everything that belongs to him. But he moved with fear.
And that's what it is though. And a lot of people like fear. The world move in no fear of the Lord though. You know why? People do shit. Oh, it's fine. There's no fear. So that the people do a lot of shit and they ain't get judged by it. That's how Esau feel though. They ain't been judged though. That was fear. Everything good though. And when the Lord done what he done in the flood, but you know I watched that movie. I watched the movie. Y'all seen the movie? The flood, Noah, but the water come through the goddamn ground. They came to the ground.
What they call them, glaciers?
Yes.
Shoot up through the ground.
Boom. You watch the movie though. Man, that water come to the ground.
What's his name? Russell.
Yeah, Russell
Russell
Crowe.
Russell was worth watching.
Yeah.
But
You want to watch that? I watch everything. I watch everything though.
The scripture say the Lord opened up the windows of heaven, so he was sending water from space.
In ground, bro. Boom. Bro, y'all need it, man. And you see it. They should rush. Boom. And flood the whole thing. Yeah, but sometimes like and people.
Now, what you said again, bro?
It's broken up from the deep. That's him opening up them windows.
Mm.
You know, because Esau, we don't know, we don't know how it happened.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It came from,
Yeah.
the heavens.
Yeah. You know the Hollywood theatrics.
Yeah.
You know.
But think about it. Back in the day, it was only dew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Keep the
Yeah.
vegetation going.
Oh.
So what else could have made sense if the Most High did not open up the window?
You open the windows of heaven.
You know.
So I was saying about last saying about yeah, but I'm just the man like me I went in. He
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
and man when them fire hit.
Never been experienced, so it's gonna be.
It's done. Yeah, I'm done, y'all. I'm done, y'all. Go ahead. I'm done.
These precepts.
This is Revelation chapter 8 and verse 13. And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, by reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the three angels which are yet to sound.
Yeah, those three world wars, man. And what I can say, the second war is past, behold, the third war coming quickly. We in that time.
And then when it said, which are yet to sound, going to y'all point on how y'all was forecasting things are already written. It's already written. It says the three angels which are yet to sound. So everything's already going to play out according to.
Right.
And then the scripture says Revelation. The name of the book of Revelation.
Yeah.
So the Most High is revealing to John,
Yeah.
like this already, the movie already played out
Right.
in the spirit world. We just, like you said, the physical world got to get caught up with it.
That's why it's speeding up.
Yeah.
Fast forward.
1.5 on YouTube. Yeah.
Get to the good part.
Yeah.
I got another for you. And going to LZ point, Second Peter chapter 3 and verse 5. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished.
And like me and the Quran and Yash, when I was going to it, you know how scientists they connect, and I'm not saying this is what it is, but scientists always connect that the Atlantis, the myth of Atlantis was the world before the flood. And they speculate, they call it the antediluvian world.
Yeah, because the Lord he flooded the whole world. That's how you get the whole myth or concept of Earth being, this civilization being underwater.
Yeah.
The Lord flooded that civilization.
Because Christianity, it downplays Genesis, like Adam and Eve was in the garden. Really, it was a kingdom on Earth.
But all nations have a story of the flood.
Of the flood, the pre-flood life, yeah.
And then the question too, what disconnected the puzzle? Meaning the concept of Pangea.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah,
I got it for you.
Let's go.
Right here. Because you were going into it, how it was one great continent, and I watched that documentary. I can't remember the name of it, but they were going into how the flood is actually proven. Like your scientists that went.
Yeah.
It says the young Earth creationist models suggest. I just typed in Pangea split during the flood, because that's what they were saying during the actual the documentary, that the scientists was actually backing up that the flood actually did take place. It said young Earth's creationist model suggests that the supercontinent Pangaea broke rapidly. And what they were saying was, when you have an earthquake, usually it's small shifts and when they rub together. But when the Pangaea happened, it actually coincides with the flood because it all happened drastically very fast.
Yep. Well, officials were saying.
Meaning that everything split. It split quick. And usually when they was testing the rocks, they were saying that the levels from where the water went, it went up miles and miles high fast. Meaning that there wasn't no drastic increase. They call it water increase. The levels of the water, like sea level, I guess that's what you could say. The levels of the water, it didn't increase slowly. Like it went miles high, like very fast within a matter of like minutes to seconds almost.
You know another thing they noticed? That the fossils within the layers, within the soil, they was all together. So the fish fossils was there with the bigger animal fossils. So that means that they all died at once.
They died at the same level.
Because they all existed in the same wave. They all existed in the same layers. So that means they all, like the fossil fuel. Fossil fuel creates oil. But like, how did all these animals create oil at one time, so to speak?
Yeah, that water is like a big grade.
Yeah,
massive grade.
So that's why it's called the first death.
They did have that point in there, like you said, it was fish there, like it was people, it was different beasts of the land, like all of them were there together, meaning that they all existed in one like habitation together when they died. And especially for fish, beasts and humans all died in the same spot. Like we can't breathe on the water yet. You know what I'm saying? So what else did they tell you?
It was a mass death, which was, they mean the flood was instant. And like I said, we hear inside you had the word fossil fuel and all that.
Yeah.
How did all these animals pile up on top of each other at one time to create the fuel, to create the oil? So, like I said, it's that mass flood. And the reason why I brought this out is because this was a do-over. The first death was a do-over as a result of what? Behavior.
Yeah.
Can somebody, Babakashar, real quick, get this at Genesis 6? This is the result of behavior from humankind. Not just the sons of God. Humans have to behave a certain way on the planet Earth. So now we're going to the second do-over. This is what we're about to experience is called the second death.
Oh wow.
And like the elder brother, our one, he would always say the reason why when the Most High created, he brought rain on the earth, and the water looked like a drop, then they make a splash. That's a foreshadow of how the second death is going to ensue. So that was the flood was a do-over as a result of behavior.
The first reset.
The first reset. And it was so grand that we're like, whoa, wait a minute. That's what caused the split of Pangaea? That's what caused fossil fuel? That's what caused the Grand Canyon was once filled with water?
Yeah.
You know? They speculated that the Antarctica was once a green paradise? Come on, man.
What? Because it was so high up that not Moses, but Noah had to send a bird out.
Yeah.
That bird kept coming. He knew
Man,
that shit.
yeah.
It was nothing. There was no land.
Yeah.
You know, but once that bird flew out and never came back, okay, I can fucking come out.
Yeah. And it was after how many days? Because it took, what, 40 days for it to subside? But did it rain for 40 days?
Yeah, it rained for 40.
It took months.
150 days? Well, it took 150 for it to subside? Come on, man. But let's go with the scriptures. Come on, man.
And that's why the ocean's so beautiful, though. He made it that way, though.
Yeah.
That's why the ocean never over.
It never passes boundaries.
It never passes, though. But after, like I said, I don't think the Lord had to do that, though. He had to. He had to bring that heat. He had to bring that heat. Everybody died.
I don't know, it only makes sense how the flood was so great because, when you're in the country, you would be driving down a dirt road, but if you look to your left and right, the hills are like fucking 40 feet high. You driving like a fucking terrain, man, like just a land mass that's low as hell. But it's like if it was underwater, it'd just be one of them terrains, fish swimming through. Well, you know what I'm saying? The land is high and shit, but then no machines go dig them dirt roads, man, and make them that low. You know what I'm saying? Where the size was high as hell.
Well, you know what? The delta is called the flatland because of the flood that happened in the 20s. The delta, you know, they call delta the flatland. That's how the Jackson area, the hills.
Yep.
I got grandparents, but the delta was flat because of the floods.
So it's called the Days of Noah. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
4-part
that's,
series.
that's how I've been. Hey, yeah.
Hey, can I bring this out real quick?
Be good, bro.
And this real quick, Genesis 7:23 NLT. The Most High wiped out every living thing on the earth, people, livestock, small animals that scurry along the ground, and the birds of the sky, all were destroyed. The only people who survived were Noah and those with him in the boat in support. And the flood waters covered the earth 150 days. So it's 150 now.
Yeah.
You have to water for the correction.
Yeah.
But it was so massive though that even aquatic beings got judged too.
Right.
You know, but showing you, like the elder said, that was the first reset. Which thing about this second one, like I said in Habakkuk, with the Lord displeased against the rivers, like it's gonna be it's a repeat, but this time it's with fire, man.
It's 5 months.
The Lord cold, man. Fish died in the water.
Power. And that's why the Most High took down Egypt. I'm displaying my power. Like, don't you people get it?
That's
Right.
cold.
I am. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The Lord, he kept fish in the water.
Yeah,
The Lord,
because I mean, it's not my expertise, but the water has to be a certain way for the ecosystem to thrive.
Yeah.
So just imagine you bombarding their ecosystem with dead, like floating animal debris, all that stuff. The oxygen is thrown off in the water, all that, man.
Bro, that was saying about the bounds.
Yeah.
The Lord made everything so beautiful. I mean, you know what I mean? Like y'all like the ocean. Y'all it rain in the ocean, y'all. It does. But doesn't ever pass the situation. The only time it passes the situation like tsunami. That's it.
If the Lord say so.
If the Lord say so.
He set that boundary that it cannot pass. So only way it's gonna pass,
Right.
he
And
makes
that's it though.
Yeah.
Because it's raining water, but that it don't ever pass that certain boundary.
Because then the Most High finish with it.
No. Go
Then
ahead,
the
bro.
Most High created a satellite. The Most High created a satellite to create the equilibrium in the ocean, to create that balance in the ocean. The moon.
Yeah,
The moon keeps everything.
it does.
You know.
Yeah, come.
Yes.
I got this second Israel water, but I know we still heard them.
Yeah, you get it, because through the spirit we saying all this to say, you know, it's a look, you know, we just go in the spirit, you know, but pretty much we saying all this to say, now we coming up into the final exam, man, you know, and after that final exam, the Heavenly Father is gonna bring that grand judgment. Because if you thought the flood was bad, well, wait till you see this, you know, but we have to pass that final exam, so we're not caught up in this, man. You know, you got it, bro.
This is 2 Ezra 5, starting at verse 1. It says, nevertheless, as coming the token.
Concerning, it just say it different right there, but it's the word concerning. Yeah, it's worded differently in the app, but it says as concerning the tokens.
Oh, okay, come. The water. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number.
Taken by what? Mass deception, and also mass death. The majority of people gonna fail the test. Just to, go back to your prior point, because the point of this live stream mainly, but a lot of edification is coming out as well. It's full circle. But basically, people that dwell on the earth gonna be taken in a great number. They're not gonna pass it, man.
I got a quick pre-show. So, 2 Ezra 7:43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past. And if I may go into the point, because we're at the final exam, right? But everything started in the garden with the instruction to Adam to, don't eat off the tree of knowledge of good and evil. So ever since he ate off the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, he had to go through the demonstration. So ultimately, it's beyond even Esau leaving power. This is the end of the demonstration. So now, because Adam has the experience of knowledge of good and evil, and the ultimate demonstration was America. But from the time of the garden to now, the earth has been under the demonstration of wickedness. And now we're at the end, so it's beyond even Esau getting kicked out of power. This is the end of wickedness.
Because when he goes into like you read the day of doom.
Right.
Doom is judgment.
It's the missiles.
It's the missiles.
Because the first split of times was the flood.
Mm-hmm.
Now the second split of times is the missiles.
And the consequences of not passing that test is death. Mm-hmm. And then those who pass the test, salvation is the consequence. That's the reward.
If I may add, it's too the reason why it's the beginning of immortality, because that was the original intent in the garden.
That's right.
Yeah, now everything's about to start about to reset and go to where it was originally supposed to have been in the first place.
Can I get a real quick one
Let's
first?
go.
Babakashah. Second Ezra chapter 2 and verse 10. Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua unto Esdras, tell my people that I will give them the kingdom of Jerusalem, which I would have given unto Israel.
Yeah.
He would have been given.
It was the first layout was that. Who was called the sons of God. And the earth was created for us. But we effed up. Listen to that serpent.
But then we would have never been a God, true God status too.
Because you gotta know the good and
You
evil.
gotta know that and even have adequate or accurate judgment.
So, I mean, the grand scheme.
The grand scheme.
Yahweh Bahashim Shai has always had a grand scheme. Because in Revelation 4:11, it said, I've done these things for my pleasure. So this is his theater. This is how he raising his boys up. This is how he deal with his sons in his movie. You don't go ahead, bro.
No, just put me in the mind of Predestination. It was a movie.
Yeah.
But it was a crazy ass movie, but it's a good movie. But this guy, his end was always his beginning. So his life, his cycle of life it would never end, but it always end the same way. And it always begin the same way. But it never ends. You should watch the movie. That's a crazy ass movie. Wow.
I think you go into a lot too when we have conversations about how it makes us better rulers going through. Because we've seen both sides. We know the consequences of when being a mo don't go when it goes unchecked.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when women can be harlots and that go unchecked. We know the consequences of all that. So we are that number. When we get in that position, then we know, hell no, we can't let this shit go ahead. We gotta take this shit right now.
Mm-hmm. You know, Adam and the sons of God, they was unrefined in the beginning. You know, they was never tested. So now we've just been refined through all these captivities, just been a refinement. Each captivity just been refining us, making us more and more precious. We didn't have no substance in the garden. You know, that's how we was able to be deceived when we had no substance.
Yeah, because it says they were naked and they were not ashamed. Basically, they was naive.
Yeah.
Why? Because they didn't have the knowledge of evil yet. All they knew was good. But like we said, it was the point. We needed that to have that balance. You know,
because the serpent knew the point. Because he told Eve, he gave her a half truth, which he said, like, if you know good and evil, you will be as gods. But also on the back end, you won't die. Right. But we died anyway.
It shows you how wicked this place is gonna be. When you read Deuteronomy 20 chapter, 1 through 15, short list of what we have to do just to, be good. But this place is gonna be so wicked when you read from 15 down to 16. Look at the detachment and the beatings we're gonna have to go through for not obeying. So this place is so wicked and corrupt that the Lord is gonna have to take it extra just to get us right.
I'm gonna say this, and that's a heavy point because really them curses really fell around that 70 AD time frame. When you think about it, majority of that is talked about initiated around 70 AD because we've been through captivity, but it really just started sticking around that 70 AD time.
When the Romans took over Jerusalem.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, just back up priest out now, he made a good point. This Proverbs 28:2 NLT, where there is moral rights within a nation, its government topples easily. But wise and knowledgeable leaders bring stability.
And what made the elect wise and knowledgeable? Because the elect was called the sons of God in the beginning. What made us not more knowledgeable and wise? Experience. Because a lack of experience creates curiosity. And curiosity killed the cat. Curiosity it had us infatuated with Canaanite rituals. It was infatuated with witchcraft because we didn't know the outcome of doing it. So the Most High gave us demonstrations through these different kingdom captivities, man.
Now compare us right now to back then.
Yes.
Fuck that shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's the first thing to come to your mind. Nah, hell no.
Yeah, it took reincarnation after reincarnation to get it. You know, because to quote Elder Canuck, you know, the brother from out there in the, you know, from the Bay Area, as he had mentioned before, you can't be made perfect in one lifetime, man. So we had to keep coming back. You know, the ceiling. All right, let's finish out with this point. All right, 2 Ezra chapter 2, verse 11. Their glory also will I take unto me, and give these the everlasting tabernacles which I had prepared for them.
Them everlasting tabernacles is what? Those bodies, which you have, we said, which I have prepared for them in the beginning.
Yeah, kind.
We had to earn them through these coronations. It's just like when you play a video game. How many times you gotta die to learn the game?
Yeah.
But you get fucked each time. Each time you learn it, but you die in the process.
Even, I'm sorry,
No, you got it.
even certain diets.
Yep.
You first try a certain diet, you don't last 30 days. It's because it's like foreign to your psyche, eating a certain way.
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
30, but then you'll fail, you'll relapse to the standard American, and you'll go back to it. But every time you go back to it, you learn something new, you learn how to tweak it. Your mental muscle is stronger to stay in it.
And then you get so far in that new diet that's better for you, you don't want to put that bad shit back in. You know what I'm saying? Like hell no, because you done got so far into it.
So you get, but the beautiful part is you keep getting humbled down.
Yeah.
You keep getting humbled down. Most I had to humble Adam. He did it through Adam, King Solomon. You know, he just humbled down. The same thing.
And we're going through that. We're going through the Adam experience. This is the Adam experience.
Because one thing about us is Jake, because Most High made us superior. So we always had ability, but we didn't have humility.
Yeah.
So this is what the Lord was instilling in us, humility, because there's no doubt we got ability as a people. You know, that's why Jake at his lowest state is still the center of attention. But the Most High wanted to instill that humility in his sons. Like you said, he had to keep putting that humility. That's why the transatlantic slave trade was so humiliating. This was a global humiliation. Look how we got done as a people. That's why we're not respected now.
Yeah.
On the world stage, Jake ain't respected. So that's what's supposed to be the humbling process, because we got ability, but we just lack humility.
Yeah. You say Hosea, how the Most High ain't gonna come till we acknowledge our offense. Part of acknowledgement, you know, it's humility.
And guess what? Another thing, like I said, the nation not desire, but they hate us.
But
they hate us.
He put the spirit on them to hate us.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
spiritual. They're
Yeah.
just robots. Esau is a robot on the left hand. He just, hey, we'll say, oh, Assyrian, arouse my anger. Esau is a robot. That's why you can't control the fact that he hates you.
Yeah.
You can't make him not hate you.
Yeah.
Because he's just doing the will of Yahweh by his outside. He's the warden.
And the biblical curses upon the Israelites is nothing but a gigantic humiliation ritual.
Oh, yes.
That's all it is.
Your woman a hoe, the kid don't trust you. All the curses. You broke.
Home broke.
Like you a certain age and it's broke. That shit hurt. You know what I mean? You a certain, as a man, you a certain age. But it said, "Curse be thy basket in thy store." Hey, everybody was excited that you opened up a business. Then it went out of business. Curse be thy basket in thy store. You know what I mean? Like your whole family was excited about it. Shit. Yeah.
So just back to your point, like when you see it in the kingdom, one thing that's off, you like, hell no. We're gonna check it right there and enough. You know what I'm saying?
And that's real leadership.
And with everything brother said, the curses, when it comes to Israel, but yet and still, who is the most imitated? Who do they want to be like? They still want to be Jake, man. They still want to be Israel.
They have to juke it in Russia. Memphis juking. They have to juking. Memphis juking. They have to do that in Russia, man. You know?
I'm saying, like saying, but they hate shit us, but they want to be like us. But you hate us.
But you know what's so? Hey, we open up this book and the spirit allows us to come out. It is a prison sentence.
Yeah.
And it all goes back to the scriptures.
Well, yet this day in our captivity.
Come.
That's why you got to get along. Like you, when you think about it, if you know you're the lion of the earth, the ruler of the earth, you walking in Esau's bank to get along. That's humiliating.
Yeah.
There's a woman at the desk. That's humiliating. You know, it's a woman in HR. That's humiliating. You working for Esau. That's humiliating.
Yeah.
That's what it's for.
Yeah.
The application go in the big one.
Fill
Yeah.
out an application like you begging,
Mm.
whatever you fill it out.
Yeah.
Then they turn you down. That's humiliating. Like, damn, you get rejected. You know what I mean? You try to pull out a cash out card, don't accept it. You know what I mean? That's humiliating. You know what I mean? Go ahead, bro.
I got appreciate He's doing on 28 and 44. He should lean into D, and I should not lean into him.
Don't you understand? Somebody that's inferior to you in the pecking order of humans is living to you. Why is there an Arab, a so-called Arab in your hood? Why is there a so-called but you don't see that layout in the suburbs? You should land. Even you go on there to cash your check and they tax you with them little Arab stores to cash your check. Esau is lending.
And then you can equate that also to the parable of Lazarus.
Yeah.
The dog should come and lick
Dog
those
lick
wounds.
swords.
Yeah, lick those swords.
Swords.
And benefit from the curse.
Because Esau knocked your ass out, but the other nations are licking your swords.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Come, what's up, bro? He's doing 28 and 44. He should lean into D, and that should not lean into him.
Because you go into the law, the laws are set up for we to lend to the nations. You see? Though if you go into Leviticus, the 25th chapter, he gave us the layout on our headquarters. It was set up for the heathen to be amongst us. We giving those loans out, and we taxing their ass, man.
Guess who killed him though?
Yeah, huh?
Guess who done that though?
Who?
The Rothschilds.
Yeah.
He put them his sons and all them
The different parts of the world.
yeah. And they killed shit, bro. They murder shit, bro. I'm not. Man, they don't. And it's how the word run because it through them. The word is running through them.
Straight up, in every facet of existence.
It through them.
Pharmaceutical industry, the standard American diet, the school system. That's their school system.
It's they shit.
Like they said in one movie, 13 Sins, like these people, they're financial equivalent of gods. You know, and I say when you go into the Proverbs, we say just to land back you, the borrower servant to the lender. You know, so everybody, you know, are in debt to the bankers, man.
Come.
You know what I'm saying? But it comes to a point like now, you know, because you in debt to them, because you're their slaves, now they want to put that digital all in you. You know, they want to stamp us, man. You know, but you know, the elect, call like how about Shemi Al-Shai, y'all not gonna take it, man. You know?
And that just shows how crafty these devils are, because you always bring it out, Zaquan, about I can't remember what Rothschild said, but they don't care who make the laws as long as they control the money.
Yeah.
So if you controlling the money, you can automatically control the law. You know what I'm saying? Because the world can't function without some kind of currency. So if you controlling the currency, you can control whoever are the law writers, the Senate, and all that kind of shit, man. So that's that craftiness of Esau, man. Hence these elites, these bankers, the Rothschilds, Rockefeller, DuPont, they control how the system works.
It's a quote that it states, if money is God, then Rothschild is the prophet.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So and that's why the immortality so valuable to them.
Yeah.
Because they can control you.
Total control.
It's all about control. The whole situation in the world is control. And people understand though. Like we talking in the gym yesterday. America is the problem. You know why America's problem? Them got guns. They got guns.
Americans are the problem.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
They got the guns.
It's a problem to the bankers.
Yeah, because guess what? White folks.
It goes back to that plantation. The Confederates was a problem to the bankers.
Yes.
These Edomites in the South had too much
Wow.
power.
So basically, like from their standpoint, they're gonna get the most resistance here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what it is though.
Like a Texan,
You going to the
you know what I mean? Georgia, the Carolinas,
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
They gonna bring the heat.
Because they're all anti-bank conservative, them deep far right conservatives.
They gonna bring the heat.
They're gonna bring the heat.
It's in the spirit, because the Quan going into a live you did a few days ago about you going into the MOTB, about how other countries, like a lot of them already got it. It's that they know that over here in America they gonna get the most. You can go into it, bro. The most resistance. It was your video.
It's the monster that the elites create by giving America all these liberties and freedom, because they need to sell America as the model society to what degenerate everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
But see, these other nations never got to enjoy the privileges of American citizens.
Come.
All this these gun rights, freedom of speech, freedom of ownership. So America has been pampered by the bankers, and now they gotta try to unspoil America, man. But they finna catch it. Nobody's gonna be so bloody in America, man, which makes sense.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But like in North Korea, South Korea, what? No guns. But they have no guns. Like that hit you with tons. But it's no guns. You know, no gun. You catch a gun, you dead though. But it's no guns nowhere. Over here, you got a line, nigga. Look, I seen yesterday, bro. Look, I walked behind some lady. Guess who she had a gun? She had a gun here. A lady had a gun in a bag. So you know what I'm saying? She had a gun right here. So, and marriage is a problem. So that's why it's gonna be so hard for people, hard for the elites to get through it though.
Yeah, well, to land back the Zakwana Yasha point you had made,
Yeah.
we did the live. They're gonna have to do something drastic.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna have to be like the next
Had
level.
to.
Like they gotta do something to where it's gonna change the society forever, man.
Come.
You know?
Texas got a saying, man, that the Edomites say you can take my gun out my cold dead hands.
They gonna do it.
They going.
I
know.
So like I said, it's gonna be a lot of blood.
I know.
But they ain't trying to just get that shit up easy.
You gotta understand something. These niggas got guns, but they ain't as equipped as the military.
That's right.
What does the scripture say? Go not against a man that's more powerful than you.
So, yeah.
Bro.
We're going back to the bankers.
Yeah.
Bankers got militaries. They got armies.
But they got drones.
They got infrastructure.
They got
control
drones.
infrastructure. So even before the shootouts, the black guys gonna kill a lot of people. Like when they blacked this bitch out, because going back to leave the world behind, what's the first thing they did was cut communication.
Mhm.
So you guys, it's too many people that depend on the grid. Only 1.8% of Americans are farmers. Everybody else, so they're gonna create it. They're gonna bring so much chaos to America to where people gonna purge themselves, and they're gonna get to the point they're gonna be on bended knee for their CEO. But they gotta just go real hard, iron fist
Have
with
to.
America, man.
But like you said, you going into like the military. Everybody has a gun, but not everybody has experience in tactics. You know, everybody can pull a trigger, or everybody know what to do in the case. But do you know how to effectively use what you got? Same with the scripture. Everybody can go buy a Bible, but do you have the ability to understand what's in it? Do you have the experience of the wisdom and knowledge? You know, that's from Yahweh Shem Shah, of course, to use that. So everybody, you can go and buy a gun, but do you know what to do in certain situations? Because every situation, you don't need to fire a gun. Because firing a gun get you killed too.
Well, now I just say, them different training simulations. So you have a lot of people that's doomsday prepping. It's not gonna pan out how you think. You know, and you know, it's no law in the scriptures against a firearm. You know, certain brothers, you know, have firearms. But at the end of the day, you know, we know it's not gonna save us. You know, it's not gonna pan out the way you think. You know, the main thing is to have faith in your Yahweh Shem Shah, because once they push that C up, your gun ain't gonna matter. Like, you know, none of that's gonna matter. It's gonna matter if it's the Lord with you. Okay, and that's what we pushing through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah, you know.
You got let's just say you got an $800 gun. Esau got an $8 billion F-16. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But the infrastructure, even before then, you gotta think it ain't just gonna be military. What about the pestilence? They gonna do some real deadly shit.
Deadly shit.
Because, you know, when me and Preacher just talking, these Southern Edomites, they can shoot some shit, but they out of shape. You know what I mean? They never live off the earth. Just like you got third world countries where these people, they know how to hunt animals and survive off the animals, and they weigh 130 pounds. They know the terrain. Have you ever seen the movie Lone Survivor? And they show, I think it was but I think that was in Elam territory, Afghanistan. But they showed a little teenager coming down that mountain like it was nothing. That's why America's getting their asses overseas. Those are real warriors. You see, the American Edomites, they got the element of shooting, but do you really know how to survive off the terrain? You talking about pestilence, famine, then it's chaos. You see, it's not just knowing how to shoot, man. You know,
Yeah,
like
somebody go. No, I'm about to say, he saw my girl go deep in his bag on the left hand side.
Yeah.
Cause what can these people really do? Like that sounds cute and all. AR-15, goddamn Draco.
He's right.
What
Sound
can you do
cute.
with these robots when my girl turned to Terminator?
There we go, bro.
Like what type of technology it was in Venezuela? Some type of sound wave technology?
Freeze it up.
Yeah, make people freeze
They
like that.
stopped moving. They were walking. They stopped. And blood just started coming out their eyes and nose and shit.
It's my like what was it? There's the second Black Panther where they had the sirens on there. Where they would attack them, they would come up and basically sing a little siren song and shit like that. Make niggas jump off in the water.
Yeah.
Remind what you said. Like, damn, they had niggas just freezing.
Man,
They was basically, damn.
hey, just man.
Yeah. Well, y'all been holding. Can you bring something up? Bring your piece up,
Alright, Spirit bed, but I'll just get it real quick. I'm holding Sirach 5 and we're going way back until just to back up Zaquan, toss on Sirach. 1 and 2 ain't basically making no terror to turn into Lord.
What's the precept?
5 and 7.
Hey, this is, I'll read it for you. Ecclesiasticus 5 and 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in your security you shall be destroyed. This is right on time. And perish in the day of vengeance.
Basically, they our fixated spirit is dangerous. You know, so yeah, man, because like going into how unexpected the flood was, you know, hey, it's gonna be that unexpected. You know, missiles come, man. So it ain't gonna be. It's gonna be. Shit, never panic. Cause what can people do? You know, so ain't that same. You know, people gonna be in that same spirit when the Lord unleashed the waters.
Yeah. And that's heavy because like, hey, the Lord's so amazing with it. You know, we're speaking about the Quran, we're speaking about great tribulation, and ultimately the missiles. It's gonna be normal days. It's gonna be a normal day when the Lord do all that, man. You know,
peace and safety. They should say peace and safety. Sudden instruction. Let's read these last scriptures too.
9/11 was a
sunny day. It was a Tuesday, right? Yeah. Sunny, beautiful day.
This is Matthew chapter 24, coming from 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until that day of Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Yeah, it's like, but nah, just you know, like the elder brother Manat Zakba from South Carolina be saying there is such thing as too late. Going back to the top of this lesson, the final exam. You know, because you can't say the Quran and repent from that, man. And that's why we're so adamant on telling you what it is. It is what it is, and it is what it ain't, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's the Quran that's it. You can't change what's already written. Because the Lord said, okay, this is what it's going to be. When he showed it to Apostle John the Revelator, this is what it's going to be. He didn't see something else what y'all talking about, man. People were literally getting marked with that, man. You know? You know, and that's why this is so important. Like, you know, Elder Z, I would say through the Spirit, this is our last time we got to do this, man. You know?
We only got one time to do it right.
To do it right. Yeah.
You want to add to it, bro? You good? Want to add some more to it?
I'm good.
Okay. Any more precepts? Quite, you had something you said, bro? Pass.
Yeah, just back up El Taz's report he had made about the elites. This is from President Woodrow Wilson stated this in 1913 in A New Freedom. He said, since I enter politics, I have chiefly had men's views confided to me privately. Some of the biggest men in the U.S. in the field of commerce and manufacture are afraid of somebody or afraid of something. They know that there's a power somewhere so organized, so subtle, so watchful.
Hey, these are the fucking elite. And they commune with that spiritual wickedness in high places. They commune start with Satan, trickling down to left-handed angels, man. Like this is how they get down. This is where their inspiration is coming from. It's coming from Satan. These motherfuckers ain't just creating this shit out of their own minds. They're inspired by Satan.
And they know it's a power that controls this universe.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
They know there's a Most High. See, a lot of you that bugged out MFers, man, you agnostic or you atheist, you don't believe the Most High. The elite know it's the Most High.
Yeah.
And they try to
know.
get prepared for him. They try to prepare themselves for when your house shot comes.
I might have chimed in lately, but I thought that was referring to the Most High. It's not. It's about the elites. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
So these
ran by the Most High.
yeah, well, yeah, I mean, ultimately, yeah, you're right though. You know what I'm saying? But hey, these niggas commune with Satan. Like they have empty chairs for Satan to come.
Hey, they showed you a movie, Manchurian Candidate. Go ahead,
bro. The pentagram.
Wow.
Bro, they put a pentagram. Like when you seen A$AP Rocky, he was inside that pentagram because that's protection as he's communing with those left-handed angels, bro.
Just imagine the level of the elites.
And that exactly.
So that's like in every like field within this world, like job wise, like the higher you move up in the chain, you gotta be a part of that brotherhood.
You got to.
You got to.
Yeah.
You gotta be a part. You gotta be a mason or something.
It's a gatekeeper in every
Exactly.
every industry is a gatekeeper.
So that's what Woodrow was saying right here. Every sector in this world, from manufacturing, banking, industrial,
Wow.
they gotta be a part of it. Yeah.
And they all report to the Rothschild.
And a lot of the laws are really pushed through the Pentagon. If I ain't mistaken, I think a lot of things are pushed through the Pentagon before they actually hit the floor.
Yeah,
No,
but
the laws go through the bankers.
yeah, but
So the Pentagon just a muscle.
Yeah, it's a
They
muscle.
go enforce
Yeah.
the law.
Right.
Yeah, the Pentagon, that's why America known as the hammer of the earth. If you don't comply, then they bring that hammer, the muscle.
Right.
another thing too though. It's like another thing. Movies go through the Pentagon.
Yeah, certain movies. Not
Certain
all of
mo-
them.
look, they
Pentagon got a budget for movies.
yeah,
So
they
you
do.
see shit
Right.
Like, you see shit like Top Gun.
Top Gun.
But then you wonder why it's always a Russian movie.
Yep.
You know, every movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
it's propaganda.
They control it.
Or North Korean
Yeah.
terrorists, or this is yeah, that's because the Pentagon has a budget.
Yep.
And then certain movies, if you do any movie through the pillar with military in it, you gotta go through
them.
their criteria for it to come out.
That's right.
Because you gotta have certain propaganda in those movies.
Oh, and just to back you up, in every movie that comes out, it has to be a Jewish person to look over the script and give you the approval.
Damn.
Real talk. Every fucking movie. Every movie. Small had these screenwriters present it to the small head. They'll look at it and then they'll give you the green light if it can be filmed or not.
That's why they hated what's my guy, the movie director, actor, Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
That shit never came out.
Yeah.
Everybody like he going overseas now, like just do his films.
And guess why? Because Hollywood is so goddamn expensive. It's cheaper. He said it's cheaper to fly his whole crew to another country and film and pay them.
So he said they know there's a power somewhere so organized, so subtle, so watchful, so interlocked, so complete, so pervasive that they have better not speak above their breath when they speak.
And I hate to be cornered. That's why that nigga Tupac said these motherfuckers putting hits on presidents. I ain't lying.
Right.
Yeah, they control everything, man.
So he said that they have better not speak above their breath when they speak in condemnation of it.
And the reason why it sounds like the Most High, because the Most High has gave them that power to be God-like in their setup.
The gods of this world.
The gods of this world, man. So now you can equate that scripture to what? Romans the 13th chapter, Job 9:24.
And the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. And they literally own the entire planet Earth. If you want to strictly speak upon Babylon the Great, which is America, they literally own this land now. And they're not going to work as being the president or the king of it or the CEO of it. They're going to put in individuals to run it for them.
They're puppets.
They're puppets. And that's what people don't understand. And that's why, within this truth, within these last days, people are talking about the Illuminati and things of that nature. But that's really the true incorporation of these elites and their establishment in controlling Babylon the Great. But the Most High has been revealing them over and over and over and over again.
And the beauty of it, now we're at the final end of your blessing, man. Of Esau's blessing. That's really what this is,
And he started to look foolish too.
Yeah.
Like Esau scrambling like, the Lord been with him and propped this nigga up, but now you see the Lord leaving this nigga.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why this shit getting tacky, man. You know, and that's why you see that Esau ain't moving with the confidence he used to move with at one time. Because the young E, he would have been in Iran, but that nigga dragging his feet now. I ain't never known Esau, goddamn it, to hold up. When he got you, he in that bitch.
You know what makes sense to me?
Yeah.
Them left-handed angels are taking their time in correspondence.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They probably taking their time to show up.
Yeah, but
the motherfuckers summon them up and they ain't coming.
And the scriptures say that they counsel shall be food.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Well, you know that brother had a vision, but the brother had a vision that it was chaotic amongst the elites. They was trying to sacrifice. It was, you know what I mean, trying to consult the demon. His wife.
Yeah, summing up Baphomet. He wasn't answering.
Yeah.
You know,
I got a precept real quick. This is Isaiah 19 and 12 in the NLT. It said, "Where are your wise counselors, Pharaoh? Let them tell you what God plans, what the Lord of heaven army is going to do to Egypt."
The witches and warlocks can't commune if that deity taking his ass. I mean, if he's taking his time getting back and forth.
Right.
This motherfucker say he's gonna be here at 10 o'clock.
Hey, well, what did the Most High say? What did the Most High say? Who should be a lion spirit to Ahab?
Yeah.
You know?
What Elijah, when he called on the 50 final.
Prophet Baal.
Yeah, but he what is it? Is he on vacation? Where did they get it?
And I'm gonna say this when we close it out too, because you made a brief point with Elijah. Who is Elijah coming back? Who kicked off this? You know,
and confounding the prophets Baal.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing too. The Most High lifted Esau up, but now we get to see this nigga fall because Esau gonna be embarrassed on his way out. The elites, they gonna be embarrassed on their way out for playing this game like they are the Most High.
Yeah.
The Most High finna embarrass these niggas, man. That's why they moving so foolish. Because the closer we get to this nigga, you look at him, it's like this nigga don't got it. Like you look at this nigga, and you because even with all the technology he got, it's really Jake. They really made this shit great, but the Lord propped this nigga up so high on the left hand side and gave this nigga so much intel on the left that this nigga has been ahead generations. You see?
I heard one of the others break this down years ago. How like within these shall all the nations be blessed.
Yep.
And we know what that means. And I heard him also say like how we buy their clothing and we wear their designer. It's like them having us in their kingdom. The actual heathen got blessed like that.
Yeah.
On the flip side,
because Jake, the elites have the superior people in their kingdom. Because even look at how did Esau get in space? That was Eve. That was Katherine Johnson.
Yeah.
And she didn't come up. It was the Lord, but the Lord didn't use her to come up with the mathematics. Russia was running out on America.
Yeah.
It took Eve to get Esau in America. The GPS. That took Eve.
Jake is a battery.
Yeah.
Think about the Babylonian Empire.
Yeah.
They always get the wise men of Jacob to help them build their infrastructure.
But they like Joseph said, you know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna do this. The dreams, but Joseph's dreams. Yeah, think about it. Joseph sustained. So they were done. So and they they finished without us. They ain't shit though. So y'all know.
Yeah, but that was the closing. You know what I mean?
Okay. It's just one more. It said the Lord has sent a spirit of foolishness on them, so all their suggestions are wrong. They cause Egypt to stagger like a drunk in his vomit. And so what we're saying now is Esau. There was a time when he was just so far ahead and advanced. It was like, damn, this nigga a God on earth. But now the Lord is unraveling this nigga, man. Because now he got so much shit going on, it's colliding to each other. And then the elites are divided. These Esau always fought over every empire he had. The Greeks fought over their empire. The Romans fought over their empire. The French, the Spanish. Every Edomite empire always imploded from within because these niggas got too much ambition. So this new world order, that's why the closer we get to the sea hill, the closer we get to the war. And that nigga do not want to go through that door.
And if I may say this too, he caught between two straits.
Yeah.
Because he got Iran, Russia, Korea, but then he got the Most High.
Yep.
So because he could have been got us, he could have been got the man of the Lord. So it's like, damn. He see the chariots come. He know about this extraterrestrial interference through his king. They fucking with him. The Most High fucking with him through his military. Just imagine you in the military, you're in the fucking Navy, in a submarine, and a chariot swim past you, like go past your submarine, or you seeing the chariot. You work for NASA, you seeing the chariot. So you got to navigate through the Most High. The witches know the prophecies.
Yep.
The witches telling them like you can't do that. So you got to navigate through the Most High and your own earth enemies. Your Russia, come on, man.
And then they try not to do what the prophets say they're gonna do.
Yeah.
These niggas see Esau and straight. The Most High got this nigga checkmated, and you can tell that nigga on that pivot foot, and he really don't know how to go with this shit. Like the Most High got that nigga, man.
I got one.
I was watching it last night, bro. I was watching the documentary. You know how you go into the news and everything. So I was listening to basically, long story short, they were saying how Trump, like you said, the Lord got him checkmated. Trump at a point where he got to go to war with Iran, and it's a $300 billion minimum, and it's gonna crash the economy if he do. And he's like, it's a 98% chance that he gonna do the authorization to go to war, or he gotta sit there and look like a pussyfoot, meaning that
It's 100% chance.
We know that.
Yeah, and Pastor Hart made a point too, because like right now he's very unpopular. And brothers like putting like the numbers out there and stuff, but basically, that's the reason why he gonna go to war. Cause like now, like he looking bad, bro.
He gotta do that, or he gotta look real weak. And then somebody, with midterm election and all that shit. But the point is, they're bagging up how the Lord got him checkmate. We know Trump's spirit.
Yeah.
He not gonna sit there and look. He not gonna want to look weak. Or he not gonna humble himself. So the Lord got him checkmate. Well, that nigga just gonna have to go ahead and do what he got.
And when Nero claimed to burn the Rome on the Christians, which were Israelites, he was very unpopular when he did it, man. You know what I'm saying?
And he eventually offed himself. So don't be surprised. But we know he's a cruel Lord in Isaiah the 19th chapter, but like Apostle R said, if somebody did come behind him, he's gonna be worse.
Yeah.
If that do happen. And this is Joel 20:22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come on him.
Yeah, that's the word straits. He doesn't have a direction to go. If I do this, then this. If I go, I'm back in this corner. But anybody have any closing points? And with that, we're gonna bring this to a closing. We want to give our honor and glory to
Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua B'Hashem Kadosh.
We also want to give double honor to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who were well. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. Abba. Shalom.
I got you.
You got it.
Oh, that shit.